The 16 spoon Pelton is ready to test. This one here is not the same as the one I assembled. I changed the actual aim of the jet and also made it adjustable here so I can change it slightly. My setup here is the same way we've been running it all along. I have a 12-volt battery here. This is just to apply power to my RPM meter because that only runs on 12 volts. And I want to be able to test it at 24 and 36 volt. This is my watt meter, and that one can handle up to 100 volts, so we're okay with that one. But the RPM meter can only handle 12. The system here is tied in directly to the battery. These are the battery cables that come from upstairs and are being fed through the shunt to measure the current. But they are hooked up, so there's no voltage regulator or anything. That's the way I've been doing all the tests, just to remove any other variables out of the equation. I can power it on and off from here. I'm not sure how well the camera will pick this one up, but I'll do a close-up of that. Power it up. PSI is what did the best on the turbo out there. It's 162.6. So I'm going to tighten it and see if we're getting about 162, which is better than the turbo. Oh, let's fire it up and see what it does. $162.5 in average. 382 RPM. Our best pressure at about 46. Okay, I'll have to change the design of the case here because we are flooding our pit here. But that is better than the turbo. So it's a good sign. I'm going to try it at 24 volts. We're back with a 24 volt configuration, 16 spoon Pelton with the adjustable nozzle. We'll leave everything the same and we'll just turn it on and see how much power we get. Not doing as good as the turbo, which tells us that this wheel is best configured for 12 volts, not quite for 24. Okay, that one it didn't do as good as the turbo. So let's see how many watts we get at 36 volts. best readout was at 24 volts. So that's exactly what we wanted, but we did less than the turbo. So we need to change the diameter of the wheel. Probably have to go a little smaller. We're trying to tweak it for 24 volts, and since we got more at 12 volts than the turbo, we want to get more than the turbo at 24, which is what I'm shooting for. I'm back with the 12 volt setup, and we have this 16 spoon Pelton just to start. Again, it should be the same that we got before, which the best was 162 watts, and see if we can achieve that again, and then we'll replace the wheels. All right, let's try it again. Pressure was 42 psi, so I'll adjust the pressure back to 42. Okay, now I'm going to swap the wheel around. It's a bit on the tricky side. We're going to disconnect everything in order to do that and stand it up. So, drain the line. We'll get all the stuff out of the way here. Gotta change the design of this here. We're getting quite a bit of water leakage. Gotta invert the layout. But these are all prototypes. We'll tweak it once we find a nice design that's giving us what we're looking for. Maybe we should have killed the power to everything, huh? Kill the power. Very snug fit with all the screws and the holes. The clearance there is really tight, which is good. We don't want any movement on that. Throw the 20 in. All right, I can lay it back down. pressure the same. So it's exactly the same, so I might as well go with less cups. Alright, so that was exactly the same, 16 to 20. Might as well go with the 16. That's what the calculations said, that it should have been 16. I just thought it looked like there were just not enough cups there. I'm going to switch to 24 and see if there's any difference, see if it gets worse. I doubt if it's going to get better. So let's swap that around and try it again. 24 spoon Pelton in place. Close drain valve. Fire it up. Oh, okay. And sometimes you just don't get the seal in there, right? And they'll definitely do that. Gotta make sure we line up. There's a little groove where the seal sits in there. Okay, let's try it again. I'll be darned, this one's giving us a little bit more, a couple of watts. Wasn't expecting that. I'm always having to lift this up a little bit. That's about 83 dBs within 10 inches. Well, that's a problem. Not really a problem, but it's different. That means I'm going to have to make a 26 spoon one. 165. That's a 24 spoon Pelton. It's giving us about 165. About 168, 12 volts, 24 spoon Pelton. Well, since our 24 did better than the 16 spoon, I have put together also a 28 and a 30. I have the 28 already installed in here. We are going to test it at 12 volts and with the adjustable blue nozzle. Set it to 42 psi. All right, now I'm going to try the 30. And then jump back to the 24 and compare those three again. 30 spoons, 12 volts. So I can settling down. The should settle down to about 43, which was where it was before. So that's about it right there. About 43. And the power's a little less. So now we go back to the 24, see if we do any better. Or this, I gotta kill the power. I forgot my battery for this, so that's gonna be a problem there. Yeah, because it's not holding. As soon as I unplug it, it shuts right off. Yeah, the battery's no good. Do that. We don't want to do that without power. We'll fry everything here. And it looks like we did. Yeah, it looks like I fried my RPM meter. Yep, fried the RPM meter already. That was easy. Have to replace that one probably with the one that can handle the higher voltages like this one. And that wasn't even that much, but enough to fry it. Pressure down to where always seems to be the best, which is 22 psi. So now, one thing I forgot to do was to try to see if we improve it by moving it here. This is putting some stress on here, which is causing it to drop it down. I mean, even though it looks lined up, this stuff, even this one is flexing. That's throwing it out of center. Lifting it up with the stick here and flexing the blue nozzle slightly. It looks like we're getting a little bit better. About 8 watts more. Pressure 42. I guess I'll have to try the other two again with the same trick and see if we can tweak it a little more, so make sure we're not cheating. And it also gives us 2 points of reference on each runner. 28 spoon fixed jet, 12 volts, no RPM meter since we fried it. And we fried it because we forgot to turn the power on before I cranked the generator, and this generates approximately 120 volts at full speed. But my RPM meter can only handle 12 volts, maybe 14 at the most. This might have gone up before I stopped it, probably around 50 volts, so that's why I cooked it. This one can handle 150 volts or so. You can see it coming on, trying to come on. Back here it says it can handle 5 to 100 volts. It can't handle full crank speed out of this either. I wish I could find one of these that could handle, let's say maybe at least 50, so I can also, I wouldn't have to use a battery every time I switch battery voltages, which is another issue with this one. That's why I always have to have the separate battery. The other thing would be to build a power supply into it that would allow me to regulate, and that's probably what I'll do, so I don't have to do this double connections. I'm going to order a new one, try to find one that can handle higher voltage. If not, I'll incorporate a little regulator in here that could probably handle about 36 volts. I maybe we'll bring it up to 50 volts and put a little regulator in there to protect that so I don't have to dance around with those. I have my 28 in here, and we'll crank it up and see if we can get a little better by flexing this pipe here. Looking for 156. Whoa, we're flooding everything here. What's going on over here? Whoa. Okay, we got a situation. That's no good. Did we flood the whole thing? Yes, we got a problem with my with my drain. That's weird. I'm gonna have to go take a look outside and see what is going on. The drain is about 200 feet away from the house. It's down in here. We'll take a look, see what could have happened here. It's a little deep over here, and this is why I always have boots on. You got a couple of fish in there. They are small little fish. And mosquitoes too. So it comes out right here. And I don't see a problem here. I see it right there. It seems to be... No, it's fine. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, I know what happened. Oh, brother. Never mind. Ignore the incompetence. Now, for the actual reason, somebody was afraid of the losing the screws down the drain. So if I can lift this here, somebody put a board there so I wouldn't lose my screws down the drain, and somebody forgot to take it out. So I can't do things. I need 3 hands. Let's see how well it drains. A little better. A little muddy in here because someone hasn't gotten around to pouring some concrete down here to finish up our hydro pit. Now, since we fired that guy that forgot to remove that plug, we'll try it again. Okay, that's it. That's not too bad. This is the 28 spoon Pelton with the fixed jet, centered here with a little stick, and the best PSI, which is about 42. All right, now let's try the 30. And I've been able to kind of sneak in here without taking everything off. Keeping everything connected. I've been able to lift this here. Well, let's turn the power off before we fry something else. And putting this in here. Oh, come on, wires. And let's hope somebody doesn't forget to take this out of here again. Open up the drain here. Don't want to lose a screw on there, so that's why we have the stick in there. Now, don't let me forget to remove that. Yeah, I dropped the screw down in there a couple of times. And I got lucky that I didn't pull down that drain because they are stainless steel. So I can't fish them out with a magnet. And that screen does not come off. Maybe I should have made it that way, but it's not. It's welded in place. So I can't remove the screen to try to use some other type of grippers to try to rescue the screws. Okay, 28 comes out and 30 goes in. Oops, wrong way. I don't even tighten it anymore. Take it off so many times it really doesn't matter for running it for a couple of minutes there. The stick comes out. Good thing somebody reminded me. Power goes back on. Close this valve and open it up. Give it a couple of minutes and we'll see when it settles, and we'll play around with the magic board here. From here, and I'll get it straight out of this hole. There we go, that quiets it down a little bit too. A little more. Okay, I think that's about the best we can get right there. Move it up slightly. That's cool. Just a little more. Okay, that's it. Well, that one seems to be doing a little better. 30-spoon turtle. What am I saying? It's a Pelton, for God's sakes. Okay. 30 spoons with a little booster board. And our famous 42 psi. Alright, now that I got wet, flooded the place, and fried my RPM meter, I guess that'll be it until next time. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing around here? You looking for some eggs? Don't run away. Where are you running to?